Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Tony. Once again, while I was surfing Facebook, another recipe popped up similar to the one I just did, and it caught my eye. The last one was my spinach artichoke dip. When I did it, it was amazing and delicious, and I saw another one just yesterday, and it was a spinach artichoke dip pretzel, stuffed pretzel. It looks so delicious and inviting. I just said, oh, I gotta make this. Now, the spinach dip to this recipe is a little different than the one I did on my last one, but I'm curious to see how it turns out. There's some extra ingredients and I'm changing it around a little. The last one, since I was cooking it, I used fresh spinach. This one here, I used frozen spinach. Alright folks, this recipe is by Lena Abram, who is an assistant food editor at delish.com. So, big shout out to Lena for the recipe and making it look so amazing and delicious that I have to try. You'll find that recipe down in the description link down below. Let me show you what we need to get this going. And I removed the ingredients for this video to reduce the time, otherwise we're looking at a 20-minute video. I would like to actually recommend the second recipe for my spinach dip. It's with raw spinach and you cook it, but it comes out thicker in the end when it's cooled, and it will work better for rolling pretzels. And you can find that recipe there, and it's actually my favorite recipe of the two, because the original recipe for this, it tastes almost like store-bought or that, and I like the flavor of the second one, or the one that I just showed you there second, even better. So you choose which one you want to use and we'll go from there. Okay, for this next part, I've got my cutting table here I'm going to work with, and I forgot to mention that the recipe calls for French bread. I bought some Pillsbury. That was all I could find at the store today. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is flour my table a little bit. Take and pop this dough open. Okay, I'm now on my second tube of French bread mix. My first one was more like a learning experience. So what I want to do is make 6 even cuts. I'm going to use my trusty thing right here. Looks like 6. And take my dough cutter. Set these off to the side. Out as flat as I can. The recipe says to roll it out while you're folding it over. That has not been working well for me. So this time I am going to flatten this thing as flat as I can get it, and as long as I can get it. Just kind of peel it over. Fold that over and roll it over onto the dough again, just like so. And just like Play-Doh, I'm kind of working and trying to stretch it out a little. Take it, flip, flip. If you have problems, just make pretzel sticks. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you cannot get it right. And this is one of those times. This recipe turned out more like a stuffed French bread that was delicious than a stuffed pretzel. But it is still amazing. You will still love it, and you may be able to do it better than me. As you can see, I've been having some techno difficulty, and I'm actually making pretzel sticks, it looks like. My funky pretzels. Next, the recipe calls for 1.5 cups of warm water, 2 tablespoons of baking soda. And we just brush this on. In the meantime, you want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. This big boy is like it's going to split its seams open in the oven. Pretzel sticks will be easier. I still need to work on the pretzel roll. Next, we let this sit for 10 minutes. Okay, these have been about 10 minutes and they're dry. So now I'm going to take melted butter and coat this with melted butter. This guy's popping open. Even me with my skills, I'm having some issues trying to make a pretzel roll out of it. I think I got 2 semi-close ones. I'm going to sprinkle a little rock salt on a couple of them. For the rest of them, I'm using a little finer sea salt. And these are ready to go in my 400 degree oven. Pour my second batch in real quickly. Okay, now that these are hot out of the oven, they've been in there for about 20 minutes, I'm going to sprinkle a little more butter right on top of this one more time. Look at how beautiful that looks, nice and golden brown. Even this separated split one, I think I'm going to start with that one. It looks so good. Okay, time for the taste test. Okay folks, it's time for the taste test now. This didn't really turn out like a pretzel. More like a stuffed French bread loaf. Yeah. I definitely need to work on this. I think I'm going to try a homemade French bread recipe and research why I have stuffed, but it looks delicious. Oh. Okay. We can't call this a stuffed pretzel. We can sure call this a delicious stuffed French loaf. It is yummy. This has more of a store type of dip flavor than the other recipe I have, which is the Parmesan. I think the Parmesan one might work a little well because it's more of a thicker cheese, and I could roll firmer and get a tighter grip. So that's on my agenda, as well as research and see what's up. But anyways, it's delicious. You need to try it. If you perfect a way or see something I'm doing wrong, give me a shout out and let me know down in the comment section below. Feel free to subscribe, and if you want to keep notified, hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button. And once again, I'd like to thank you for watching another episode of Cooking with Tony. God bless. Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Tony. Today we are going to make an asparagus, artichoke,